It's alarming how the world seems to be getting creepier by the minute. I've been hearing about Starbucks closing stores or changing their restroom policy due to the number of creepy and homeless people doing strange things inside. It's a problem that hits close to home because we've been dealing with similar situations at the McDonald's where I work. Homeless people using our restroom to wash their clothes or take a bath has become a daily occurrence, and it's honestly getting out of hand. We've tried to be understanding and compassionate, but some of the things we've seen have been beyond unsettling. We've had to implement stricter policies to ensure the safety of our customers and employees. It's a sad reality, but it's something we have to deal with on a daily basis. What I'm about to tell you is the worst thing I've ever witnessed, and it happened just last month. My name is Brooke, and I work at a McDonald's restaurant located in a standalone building within a busy shopping mall. I've been working there for several years now and had grown accustomed to the long hours and monotonous tasks. However, one particular night, my routine shift turned into a nightmare that I would never forget. It was around 3 a.m. when we heard an unsettling noise emanating from the customer men's restroom. Given that we had locked the restroom at 11 p.m. and closed the front door at 12 a.m., there should not have been anyone in there. Every one of us was busy taking endless drive-through orders, so if someone was in the restroom, they must have been in there for at least 4 hours. We looked at each other, hesitant to check it out, but as an employee who had worked there longer than anyone else, I felt forced to investigate. As I opened the door, an overwhelming stench of blood hit me hard. I could hear the voice was coming from the enclosed toilet. Putting my hand over my nose, I hesitantly approached the door and knocked. It gave way easily since it wasn't locked. The sight that greeted me was horrifying. A man dressed in a security uniform was sitting on the toilet, his right hand clutching a retractable snap knife while his left hand held down his abdomen, which was covered in blood. A Walmart bag sat next to him, containing a bottle of rubbing alcohol. I recognized him as the security guard who worked the midnight shift at the shopping mall, but his face was twisted in an expression of horror. He turned to me, his eyes wide and filled with fear, and whispered, "Don't look." Despite his warning, I couldn't help but look inside the Walmart bag next to him. What I saw was one of the most disturbing things I've ever seen, a pile of bloody tissues with what appeared to be flesh in them. The sight made me feel sick, and I quickly ran outside to escape the smell. Unfortunately, I couldn't hold it in, and I vomited on the floor. In my attempt to escape, I slipped on my own vomit, hitting the wall and falling unconscious. I had no idea what happened next, but according to my coworkers, they rushed into the restroom when they heard me scream. They found me unconscious, pulled me out of the restroom, and immediately called the police and an ambulance. The next thing I knew, I woke up in a hospital bed. When I opened my eyes, I saw a couple of police officers standing next to me. As they noticed me regaining consciousness, they asked me if I was okay. At first, I was wondering if I was in any kind of trouble, but they reassured me that I was fine and just wanted to talk to me about what I witnessed for their police report. It turned out that the security guard had always been a drug addict, and on that day, he must have been highly under the influence. The police explained to me that when they took him to the hospital, he was proud of himself for going to Walmart, buying a knife and rubbing alcohol, and performing surgery on himself to remove some kind of growth in his intestine. Although the police mentioned that the security guard was taken to the same hospital as me, I told them that I didn't want any more information about him. 2 days later, I returned to work at McDonald's as usual. I never saw the security guard again, and I have no idea what happened to him. The only reminder of that incident was the strong smell of bleach that my coworkers used to clean the men's restroom. I never thought I would have to worry about my safety while working at a fast food restaurant, but times are changing, and it seems like we have to be extra cautious these days. It's not just homeless people we have to worry about, but also creepy individuals looking for trouble. As a result, we've had to take extra precautions to ensure our safety while on the job.